Okay, so, evening everyone. Welcome to the IOL Series B special, the Austrian Grand Prix. We'll be watching today, and hopefully everything will be well. Sorry, I'm a very tiny bit late, so should be good, I think, eventually. Hold on, let me just... Great. Okay, let's see. Okay. There will be some adjustments on the go, so I will try my best. Okay, so I need this, and I need the... Okay. Okay, so then we have 15. Exit. Have 19. What the fuck? Okay. That's good. 41 is Sky Ultra, yeah. 45 is... Okay. 58 will be... Oh, good. 66 Shack. 69 Thomas, good. Okay. Okay, and 88 of Reckoning. Good. Should be good enough. So. Also, great commentating so far. That's better. Okay, sorry about that. So, let's run this, and let's run leaderboard. I think should be working. Also this. There we go. That works. Okay. Alright, so that works so far. Work with this. Hold on, let me just adjust a little bit. Good. So. Currently, Sky Ultra is 600 down from his own. Oh, Matto time. Prince, actually, I think it's currently leading. Sky Ultra currently top 104.3. Let's see how Jack doing. Yeah, he's on cooldown lap so far, so there is that. Current tires, as you can see. So hold on, let me just adjust the position a tiny bit. Good, that should be better. Sorry about that. Okay. In the Ferrari we have BK. In the Alpine we have Steph. So in Ferrari here's BK. So far currently his personal best Sector 1. Because, well, current lap time is pretty slow, so. By the way, Ferrari is Prince Gid. Haas is Matto. Don't really know what to say. So let's see where can BK put his Ferrari in. Up to P7 with 105.090. Not a bad lap so far. It looks like everyone is out for second runs. Okay, so looks like Malikin will be the first one to give this a go, and with medium tires. Let's see. Let's follow him on the board. Four tenths down compared to Matto, apparently. Well, Sky Ultra should be. Careful into this corner. Not really good sector 2, but 1 second behind. Can he still improve? Let's find out. Turn 9. Turn 10. Final dash. And he improves, but he stays 10. With 105.6. Nicky, meanwhile, jumps up to 3rd with 104.444. Pretty good time. And it looks like we have Thomas, 104.364. New best. Ultra improves that with 104.070. That's a good benchmark. 104 flat. It will be interesting to see if anyone has pace to improve on this. So let's see what's happening so far. Right. Let's see. So, Nicky is probably going for another run. Let's follow him around. By the way, I have to mention that there were a few changes for today's race. First of all, setups have been changed to be to fixed. So you're using the everyone's using the default setup. So everyone has equal chances. There are, you know, no differences between, you know, that if someone is using a different setup to improve or maybe not, you know. So it's all down to skill and if they can race well. That's first thing. And yeah, looks like while I was talking, Nicky backed off. So there was that. Let's jump to here. Let's check on Alec Fox. So far, not the greatest sector. Anyway, back to the point. Like I said, fixed setups, and also corner cutting rules were set to regular, because there were quite a few complaints from previous experiences that strict corner cutting rules are too strict here. So we have decided to let people use strict rules. So there is that. So 5 minutes to go until qualifying ends. Let's see if anyone has pace to beat Sky. That should be a really good lap. Like 104 flat is a pretty decent performance. Meanwhile, Polyakov just improved to 8 with his 104.877. Decent lap. Brexit up to P6. And we have Thomas, I think, out of the final corner. 104.3. He stays fourth. Oof. That's quite extending. Two-tenths off his personal best, I would say. And looks like people are getting out for their final runs with 3 minutes 50 to the end of quali. Oh, there's some bunching up here. Let's see, sector 2. 3 tenths down, but... So BK just jumps up to B4 with this latest lap. That's the Ferrari, by the way. BK is Ferrari, Steph is Alpine, and currently retired. P11. Thomas stays P5, but I think he improved on his personal best, so... Ooh! And he loses front wing. And that probably means he's out of this quali session. Very unfortunate. Oh boy. So, let's check on Mato. He's currently starting his lap. The Haas is Mato, the Ferrari is Prince. So, they use the same numbers and, well, technical limitations, unfortunately. 2 tenths down compared to Thomas' time, actually. I think. If that works correctly. 2 minutes to go. And Raikkonen is in the way, but I think Raikkonen is also on his fast lap, so 4 tenths down and he's nowhere near to improving. Yeah, and yeah, he backed off. Mato backed off. Meanwhile, Prince. 1 tenth down, but his personal best in Sector 1. Might be a very, very close qualifying in the end. BK probably has a chance for 1 lap. Really needs to push. Meanwhile, Prince, 2 tenths down compared to Sky Ultra, but personal bests. Let's see if he can push up, maybe? Ooh, that's an extending. Nicky! What a lap! 103.9, and Prince improves to 104.0, overtaking Sky Ultra. Meanwhile, Nicky is the first one to push to 103. Good work. Good work from the Red Bull driver. And he's now backed off. Let's check. Does Prince have time? No, probably not. Mato probably has 1 more run. Time's up. Let's see if someone can, you know, take pole position. Brexit improves P7 with 104.4. Polakov P9. Half a second behind. Alec Fox stays P10, 104.7. 7 tenths off. Jack did not improve, stays P8. Let's see, and match the line. P4 in the end. Fastest Sector 3. Sky Ultra jumps to P2. 11 thousandths off Nicky. That was incredibly close at the top. And we only have Brexit and Polyakov running. And Malikan also, sorry. Ooh, that's an extending, but I think Brexit is just... Malikan jumps up to 11th. with this final lap, 105.2, and we're done. And there you have it. Our classification. Nikki takes pole position for Red Bull with 103.9. Sky Ultra comes very close in second with 104.005. Prince in P3 with 104.061. Mato, very good result for Haas, P4. BK, very, very good performance, P5. Thomas, P6. Brexit in P7. Jack in P8. Polyakov in P9. Fox in P10. Malikin in 11th. Steph in 12th. And Raikkonen in 13th. Should be an interesting race, don't you think? So, 36 laps around Spielberg, around Austrian Grand Prix. Let's see how good this goes. I have to note that safety car is on for this race. Currently, Series B is running without safety car due to various safety car issues. But for this race, for this race, safety car is on. Damage is on standard, as usual. Corner cutting, well, probably will allow some extensive track lines. Anything else I should mention? I mean, while we're... Okay, so we're starting 30, so we can actually check. So simulation settings, so as always, surface only high temperatures. Regular corner cutting. Safety car is on reduced. And, well, car setups are fixed. So. So. We're on formation lap now. So, as a reminder, in P3 we have Prince, in P4 we have Mato, in P5 we have BK, and in P12 we have Steph. Like I said, limitations of using the custom leaderboards. Sky Ultra. Yeah, predictive pit stop strategy. Pit stops are probably as follows, so that around laps 10 to 15 people will pit for mediums, and then later on for another set of mediums. However, I think it's possible to do a one-stop. Difficult, but I think it's possible. Right, so while people are, well, preparing for a race start, final checks for the grid. So, people are getting ready, and we should be good to go. Hopefully, desync issues will be fixed. So. And here, lights out, and away we go for the Austrian Grand Prix. Looks like a solid start for Nikki. The Sky Ultra is still threatening, but Nikki stays in P1. Looks like Prince has got a decent start, and we have a Williams behind. I think that might be, yeah, that is Polyakov, I think. and he has probably lost a chunk of front wing, and yeah, he has lost his front wing completely. Meanwhile, at the front, we have Prince actually taking P2 from Sky Ultra, and currently in P2, BK is fighting for 4th with Mato, and it's a tough battle, and it looks like Mato has won this one for now. Meanwhile, BK has dropped out a bit and he was probably off the track. Meanwhile, we have Jack in fight with Brexit and Thomas, and looks like Jack had probably lost some positions, and I think that's, yes, that is Thomas jumping straight into the pit. Looks like he might have suffered some wing damage. Not great, truth be told. And yeah, front wing is being changed, which is not good news for his race. Hopefully, safety car later on will save his race. Polakov is also arriving into the pits, and of course he's changing front wing. We'll need to check after the race what happened with his start. And he's off. Meanwhile, we have Steph in P10, currently fighting against Malikan in P9, and who's driving with Williams. Will be interesting to see if he can keep up the pressure and maybe get in place, because Malikan, by the way, is running medium tires, so he will be vulnerable. Meanwhile, in front, Mato takes the fastest lap for this race. DRS has been enabled, and now they're off and running. It's a close fight between Nicky and Prince. There's a lot of fighting going on here for top 4. So far, Nicky is leading. Mato is in not Mato, Prince is in P2, but he has DRS, and he's going for the outside overtake. Can he keep it around the outside? Looks like he can. And Prince takes the first place, but there was probably some desync. Not sure right now what happened there. Oh no! And Prince lost connection. Ah, this will hurt his race quite a bit. Mato inherits P2. Sky Up jumps up to P3, and just as he overtook, he lost place. Fortunate. We can hope we can return quickly. Meanwhile, Mato is now pressing the accelerator, and he's trying to overtake Nicky. Here goes Mato. And yeah, pretty easy overtake against Nicky, but Nicky should probably get his own chance with DRS now. He gets the chance, but Nicky will be trying to counterattack. He jumps to the right. There are. Meanwhile, Sky Ultra just watches this battle raging on in front, and Nicky and Mato are still fighting for that lead, and it's no one wants to give up. And side by side through turn 8, which didn't go well, but that compromised both exits, and Sky Ultra had to lift a bit to not run into Nicky, because the race is long, you know, we're still on lap 4. So, Mato is now leading. However, Nicky is in P2, Sky Ultra in P3, and Brexit is in P4, a bit behind. Oh yeah. However, whoa! What am I watching? Can someone clip this? What the? Okay. Yeah. Anyway, Nicky's still in the lead, apparently. Sky Ultra, still third. Mato still leading. Prince lost out quite a bit and he's down in P6. But the fight for the lead has not backed off at any point. Looks like Sky Ultra now might have another decent chance into turn 3. Let's see. So, gaining. Sky Ultra is gaining, but not enough into the braking zone. And he stays in P3, but he has another chance if he gets a good exit. But looks like Sky Ultra might be a bit too far from Nicky to attempt an overtake into turn 4. And it stays the same. Thomas, however, gets 3-second time penalty for cutting corners, which is a shame. Early pit stop cost him probably decent chance at winning, or but we're still in lap 6. Anything can still happen. So there's that. Sky Ultra is all over the place, well, all over the Nicky's rear end. So let's see if Sky Ultra has something up his sleeve to overtake Nicky. Looks like not this time into turn 1. Nicky, remember, Nicky also has DRS because he is half a second behind the Mato. However, Sky Ultra is gaining into turn 3. Come on, and no dive this time around. Probably a bit too far. He needs to be a bit closer to actually overtake. Meanwhile, behind him, Brexit is about 2 seconds behind the leading top 3, and it's not looking very easy for an overtake. Meanwhile, Malikin has made a good overtake, and he jumped up to P8 after overtaking Seth. Hello there, After Image. Good evening, sir. How are you doing? At least you didn't see the shenanigan that happened in lap 5. If you want to, you can rewatch the stream later on. I think you'll see what I'm talking about. Meanwhile, so Malikin has overtaken him and overtaken Steph, and he has gotten away. Looks like the gaps are starting to form. Meanwhile, Sky Ultra is still all over Nicky. No overtakes just yet. But looks like Nicky has actually got a great exit out of turn 3, and he's pressing Mato now. And around the outside. Can he stay around to take the lead again? And Nicky takes back the lead. Well done, Nicky. Great overtake around the outside. And good fun so far fighting at the front. The leading 3 are fighting each other very hard because anybody can still win, and we're just in lap 8. However, Nicky is probably under pressure now from Mato. Yeah. Sorry, wrong one. Mato, is he thinking about overtaking turn 1? Not yet. There's a better chance into turn 3. He is pulling to the left. Ooh, and was that a touch? Probably not. Maybe some desync. Sky Ultra is timing for that overtake on this Nicky, and he uses that. Ooh, some wheel spin, and barely both drivers stay on track. But Nicky has dropped back quite a bit after losing quite some time after these few costly mistakes. Sky Ultra is now pressing Mato for that lead. Will be interesting to see if he can pull something off. Meanwhile, let's check. So the current tire status, Malikin, Prince, who just lost connection again. Very unlucky race so far for him. BK, Polyakov and Raikkonen are running mediums. Well, everyone is still on soft, but I think pit timing should be pretty soon. So, there's that. And Jack is actually into the pits. Oh yeah, he's put up medium tires. Probably going up to lap 24, 25 maybe. If he can pull that thing off. And he joins right in front of Thomas VN, who's running on softs. So technically, technically speaking, Jack will probably be a tiny bit slower, but Thomas will have the early advantage. And he will lose that advantage pretty quick. So, meanwhile, Steph is following Malik quite closely, and he's just looking ever so interested in, you know, trying to overtake him. Will Jack's early picks up gave him a chance to undercut someone in front of him. Remember, Brexit was pretty close, like 1 or 2 seconds in front of him, so it's a good chance that overtakes could have happened. Meanwhile, in front, Sky Ultra and Mato are again fighting, and it looks like Sky Ultra won this battle, but Mato has a DRS. And he is pulling to the outside. Can Sky Ultra defend well enough from Mato? And it looks like Sky Ultra pulls off this move. Good defending from Sky Ultra. Nice attempt at overtake from Mato. Nikki has, after 2 mistakes, has backed off a bit, but he has been caught by Brexit, who's literally on the back of Nikki, and it looks like Brexit is joining the fight to make this the 4-way battle once again. And it looks, here we go again, another lap. Mato is really close. Mato on the inside. Sky Ultra stays back. Almost runs into the back of him. And while Prince, with new tires, has put up a fastest lap of the race. Sky Ultra buys his time and doesn't go for that that inside overtake. Who's commentating? Me! Because I'm just enjoying these battles so far. Very good. Thank you. I'm trying. I'm trying my best. You heard the second voice. Maybe my mom, I don't know. Still a fight, and Sky Ultra doesn't go for the overtake in turn 1, but he runs wide, and this might give a chance for Nikki to overtake him into turn 3, but Nikki seems to be behind. However, Sky Ultra dives on the inside into turn 3, but can he defend into the next corner? Let's follow Mato. Mato around the outside, overtakes back, and he takes the lead once again. Ooh, some lag there, sorry. Meanwhile, looks like Prince has pitted once again. There's that. And that seems to be Sky Ultra heading into the pit zones. Yeah, that's Sky Ultra, first of the top 4, heading into the pits. Can he undercut Mato and take the early advantage? And that's also Nikki. Let's see where the pair will end up. Sorry, dog. And it looks like Jack has actually undercut very significantly, and he jumps Nikki but comes behind. But he's behind Sky Ultra. However, that gap is really small, and things are escalating. Sorry, dog. Sorry. Meanwhile, in front, Mato is immediately responding and getting into pits. Brexit is following closely. This will be an interesting exit. Let's see if the pair can get out in front of Sky Ultra. And that's Sky Ultra, and that's Jack. So that was, with that early pit, Jack has jumped quite a few places, and he is now technically in P2 after all the pit stops. So far we have only Steph and Alex the Fox not pitted yet, so that will be interesting to see how this plays out. Oh yeah, as you can see, no pit stops for the top two just yet, but it's coming very soon, in my opinion. And in the position gains, so far, Prince has lost out incredibly, down P12 after everything. Steph gets into pits to change his tires. Meanwhile, Alex stays for another lap, looks like it, or maybe not. But he has... Looks like Alex has already lost the place, and his used soft tires are no match for new mediums. Meanwhile, whoa. Looks like there was some touching from Mato. He touched the rear wheels and he got caught into spin. And yeah, Mato has overtaken Alex, but in that process he lost out a position to Jack, and Fox is really struggling. I don't know what Alfa Romeo is doing by not pitting him yet, but hopefully they will pit him maybe this lap. And yeah, the Alfa Romeo driver now pits. The interesting camera angle game. And he also earned a 5-second speeding penalty. Unfortunate. Let's see. Medium tires going on. I thought maybe he'll go for hards to go one long stint. But you never know. Lap 17 out of 36. And there's still a chance for safety car if things start to go bad. Meanwhile, in front, we have Sky Ultra leading from Jack by about 2 seconds. Mato is really close, and he will probably try to overtake Jack as soon as he can. Nicky in P4 now. Lost some time, and he's now 2 seconds behind Mato. Brexit, on the other hand, has picked up his pace and he's in P5. Just behind Nicky. Nicky, in the meantime, earns a 3-second penalty for corner cutting. Irregular. Really? Mato is overtaking, and Jack isn't fighting too much. Looks like there's a speed difference for this race. And meanwhile, Nicky ran very wide, and that allows Brexit to go for a move around the outside. Will he stick around the outside? There's not enough space, and Nicky just stays in front of Brexit. While all that's happening, looks like we have some battles in the lower top 10 between Thomas, Steph, and Alex. Thomas has been twice in pits already, and Alex has just came out of pits for his stop, so he's still in the mix. So depending on how the race goes on, everything can still happen. That's still a close fight between everyone. Meanwhile, Jack in front. Want to go for the inside, no space there. Bide his time, and there's now a train behind Matto. Is Jack enough to pull an overtake? No. Meanwhile, Brexit around the outside of Sky Ultra. Not Sky Ultra, I mean, sorry. Nicky, and looks like he makes the move stick. Not yet. Still close. And, ooh, that's damage for Nicky. That is damage for Nicky. Unfortunate damage on lap 19 for Nicky. There was a touch, and it looks like a Red Bull driver fault, which forces him to do another pit stop. And this might prove costly for his race if he can keep it on track. Let's see what the Red Bull driver does. Soft tires, 16 laps? Possible, but risky. I know, you don't have to make fun of me. That looked dangerous, you know. Meanwhile, Brexit is fighting his way up, and now he's up to P2. Brexit has found a lot of speed in this race, and he's now up to P2 after starting in, what, P5? Not even P5, P7. Five places up, so far, really good performance for him. It'll be interesting to see if he can fight for the win, maybe. So, the current standings, Sky Ultra leads this race by 3 seconds from Brexit in P2. Then there's Matto in P3, Jack in P4. BK19 calmly driving his race in P5, Malikin in P6, Fox in P7 currently in the fight with Thomas, and it looks like there might be some potential overtake going here into turn 1, but the overtake doesn't materialize. So Thomas currently P8, Step in P9. Nicky, after his latest pit stop and his mistake, currently in P10, and it looks like it's currently an overtake from Fox. They're close banging of the wheels, and it's still close between those two drivers. Who can come out on top? And it looks like Fox has just managed to get in front of him. So, solid performance so far from Fox. He had some nice battles. Malikin has just rejoined, so good to see that the driver managed to get back in time. The dog again, sorry. And Nicky gets another penalty for cutting corners, which is unfortunate. He's now up to 6 seconds of corner cutting penalties. Considering we're running regular rules, that's a bit of a shame. Prince has again lost his connection to the session. That's the 3rd time he has lost connection, and he's running last. So there's that. Meanwhile, there's still a fight going between Fox and Thomas. Both fighting closely, but both respecting each other. As I have to mention, Fox is running with a keyboard. He is racing with a keyboard. And he's not doing that badly, frankly. Like, that was a nice switchback from Fox. That was some good racing. How simple. He just races. Meanwhile, in turn 1, we have a battle between Brexit and Matto. looks like Brexit has overtaken, but that was a detection zone here. And now Mato should, yes, he gets a DRS. And now we're racing back again into turn 3. And Mato overtakes back again. Brexit stays in P3. Ooh, so close. Meanwhile, Jack is also closely following with him, seeing what's going on here. And looks like Brexit just manages to overtake the Mato back into P2. And the podium places are still up for grabs, people. Meanwhile, Polyakov puts the fastest lap of 105.823. Polyakov, so far, not a great race for him. He's currently running P11. And 10 seconds behind Steph, behind BK, I should say. And, well, he's not really fighting anyone, so. Meanwhile, back to the race for 6th place. It's still a close fight between Thomas, Fox, and Steph. It's a battle for P5. Now let's see who can come out on top. Nicky, another penalty. He's now on 9 seconds worth of penalties. Keyboard warrior. Good words after image. Good words. The keyboard warrior. Let's see if Fox will have enough speed to go for an overtake, and it looks like not this time around. He gets close, but not close enough. Meanwhile, Prince has just done his job and sets the fastest lap. Meanwhile, there's again battle for P2 going. Mato and Brexit are fighting really hard for that podium places. Meanwhile, Jack is still slightly behind them, just watching this battle. And maybe using the opportunity if there is one. Brexit takes the P2 again, and Mato looks like got not a great exit, and it looks like Mato will have to settle down for P3 this lap. Jack is still behind them in P4, and it's still anyone's game. Meanwhile, Nicky is in P8, strolling along by himself. It's still 4 seconds up to the group fighting for P5, and it's, well, he might still catch them up, but will he have enough? Some probably technical connection difficulties, so there's that. As we arrive to the final corner, this battle for P5 is still very hot. Thomas running DRS open, but not close enough. However, into turn 3, here we go again, and Thomas overtake, looks like very close. Ooh, that was a hit by Steph. And looks like, yeah, the Alpine driver has let the Alfa Romeo driver go. That was a touch, but it was accidental. I think it was in the heat of the moment. Lap 26. So, respectable position from the Alpine driver. But unfortunately, the battle for P5 has calmed down. Meanwhile, Jack is into the pits for his second pit stop. Soft tires going on, and 10 laps to go. Will he be the dark horse to win this race? Steph? Let's see. Looks like his front wing was not damaged enough, and he can still stay in front. And looks like Jack has found a decent gap, just in front of Fox, but just behind Thomas. But the tire difference should be quite noticeable at this point. And yeah, Jack is all over the place with Thomas. However, I think from previous experiences, Thomas and Jack both will be careful of each other, because things can still happen. And Jack cannot waste any time. He needs to overtake him right next lap. I don't know what Thomas was doing there. Maybe he just made a mistake and decided to let Jack through. But yeah, that opens up a massive 17-second gap to Mato for Jack, and now Jack has to push. The more he can push, the more he can fight back to maybe have a chance for the win. That whole tires, maybe. If this would work, that would be great. But unfortunately, I don't think it works. So there's that. Well, maybe after people cross the line, we'll see what's going on. But I don't think. Well, small bug here, I think, doesn't show the current tire age. You know, not the final HUD, so there's that. And Jack posts the fastest lap, 105.3. Still the gap is still quite big to Sky Ultra. Will he have enough tires by the end of the race to maybe have a chance at overtaking? Meanwhile in front, Sky Ultra leads this race on lap 29. He has about 2 seconds gap to Brexit behind, and Mato looks like has backed off a bit to give some breathing space to Brexit. Maybe some mistakes, who knows. Meanwhile, we have Steph and Fox still fighting for that P7. Looks like Nicky has overtaken them both, and Nicky is trying to fight back for that P5, but once again, he pitted on lap 20, I think, if I remember correctly. So Nicky will have to pull his softs quite long for this stint. It's possible, but it might be difficult. Battle for P7 has been joined by BK. And looks like might try for an overtake from Steph. Maybe not this lap, because Steph is also using DRS. And is Steph going for the overtake? It does. Fox opens the door, but Steph spins. No contact made. Steph spins on himself. So unfortunate for the Alpine driver. So BK now has everything in his hands to take that P7 from Fox. Meanwhile, Mato has gotten a 3 seconds time penalty for cutting corners, which might impact his race very much at the end. BK is all over Fox's gearbox. Let's see if he will pull for the overtake. He goes for the inside into turn 1. He overshoots a bit. And now it's the drag race, but BK gets the DRS open. If Fox can get a good exit, he might have a chance of fighting back. Looks like Fox is trying to fight back, but he's too far, so he has to settle down for P8. Meanwhile, fighting for P5, looks like Nicky has closed in on Thomas. So it will be interesting to see if Nicky will get his tire to the end and will get an overtake in. However, in front, so far we have Sky Ultra still leading with 5 laps to go. Rex is still in P2, Mato in P3, but he has a 3-second time penalty, which might impact this race quite a lot. Nicky has to fight back a lot of seconds to get a decent result for the end. Because right now, I think with quick calculation, in the end, Nicky might end up in P8 after everything. After his penalties are applied, if no other penalties will arrive. Jack is still closing in, but he still has 10 seconds to Mato. And I don't think it's possible to fight back in that in 5 laps. He needs to be quicker. Meanwhile, here's your leader, Sky Ultra, starting lap 33. After a lot of fighting, he settled in and got some stuff in. Brexit in P2, 3.5 seconds off Sky Ultra. And Mato, well, another 3 seconds pretty much to Brexit. Jack, about 8 seconds behind Mato. He needs to cut that down to 3 if he wants that podium. It's possible, but it will be difficult for him. Plus, he also cannot cut any more corners. However, it looks like BK has caught up to Nicky. And Nicky, so far, it looks like his tire wear might be kicking in quite a bit, and he is now starting to struggle. BK has followed him in. Oop, some lags. No overtake just yet. But here we go. Into turn 1 again. Nicky on left. 3 laps to go. And BK ahead. He's now up to P6. But here comes Nicky. Can he fight back? Does he want to fight back? I don't think he has. I don't think Nicky has the time to fight back. Which is unfortunate. Meanwhile, Jack has fought back a lot of seconds in that last lap. He's now 5.5 seconds behind Mato. Looks like Mato has dropped off quite significantly in the last lap. Maybe made a mistake. 5.5 seconds behind Brexit. Jack needs to push like crazy. Prince sets the fastest lap of 105 flat. Can anyone beat his time? Because, and I think, yeah, Jacques, I should say Jacques, Jack, I don't know. And I think that might be Prince unlapping himself. 3 disconnections, which is unfortunate from his side. I mean, it's I'll show the results in the end, so I'll say what I say. So 4 seconds separating. It's still possible, but he really needs to get that 1 lap in. Like, he needs to cut about 2 seconds. Final lap of the race. With some potential help from Prince. I know they are some sort of friends, but I don't know if that will help him. Extending far, trying his best to close that gap down. Meanwhile, Thomas and BK are fighting on the last lap for that P5. On track, BK will end up in front, but can BK overtake him on track? And it looks like BK has successfully managed to overtake Thomas for P5 on track. Folks, this is going to be a close one. However, Sky Ultra ends this race and wins the race. Mato gets a 10-second time penalty from track limits. Oh no! And Jack ends up P3. Mato ends up P4 so far. And not even that. BK jumps up to P4. We will need to investigate that after the race. That's Malikin finishing P9. And Steppen P10. Solid result. Solid result for Steph. But, yeah. And I think we're waiting on Polyakov. 10 seconds. Ran out of fuel. And here comes Polyakov. Quite a fun race, I must say. A lot of overtaking. A lot of fighting back and forth. So, fun. Brexit takes driver of the day. Well, after all. 5 places up. Pit stops. Jack pulls off that 2-stopper quite nicely. And well, there we go. Solid result for everyone. Let's see the final table. Sky Ultra wins this race. Brexit 1 second behind, almost taking his first win of the season. Jack, P3, solid performance, 2-stopper worked. BK, very nicely done. P4, Mato, P5, that 10 seconds probably cost him the rest of this race, you know. So, Alex, P6, solid performance. Nikki, P7, Thomas, P8, Steph, P9, and Malikin, P10. There we go, that's our stints. Plenty of pit stops. And, well, not that many warnings, except, well, for final track limits. Good race! Yeah, Alex Fox, solid performance for today. So, yeah, I must say, that was fun watching. That was fun. We might actually need to do that again. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching this. That was fun. And, yeah, that was something. Yeah, thanks for watching. I will be back on Sunday, I think, for Imola? Yeah, Imola. We have Imola on Sunday, so that will be fun. So yeah, for now, take care, have a good evening, and